we are going to take this lead vocal.
Through the mist I feel you waiting.
And using just autoshift, we are going to build a number of different harmonies with it.
Through the mist I feel you waiting. Through the mist I feel you waiting. The sky above continues raining. The sky above continues raining.
What is up, y'all? Today I want to talk to you about autoshift, and particularly I'm going to show you 3 different ways you can use autoshift to create harmonies from just a lead vocal. So if you're unfamiliar with autoshift, it was introduced in the Live 12.1 update, and it is Ableton's solution to a native autotune, something that so many users, myself included, have been asking for a very long time. Now, autoshift has a number of cool features, including scale awareness and the ability to change your vocal via MIDI, both monophonically and polyphonically. I'm going to talk about all of those today in this video. Okay, so the first technique that I want to talk to you about is autoshift's ability to use scale awareness to create backing harmonies. So I have 2 backing harmonies here, one that is a third higher than my melody and one that is a 5th higher than my melody. And let me show you how you can set that up. So in the center of autoshift is the panel where you set the scale. By pressing this button here, autoshift can track the scale that you have set for your overall song. However, you can also set up custom scales as well. So I can actually just click it on and off, and it sets the scale to custom. Then by using the shift control down here, I can move it up scale degrees. That's what the SD stands for here. And it will move it up compared to the signal coming through by that many note names. So if I just play the lead vocal, it sounds like this.
Through the mist I feel you waiting.
If I add in our first backing vocal that is set to scale degrees higher, it'll play a third.
Through the mist I feel you waiting.
I also have a perfect 5th set up.
Through the mist I feel you waiting.
Let's say I want to use formant shifting to make the quality of my voice be a bit different. So I could take my second backing vocal here, that's a perfect 5th up, and I could give it -10 formants. So that's going to make the voice sound deeper, even though the note is higher. And I could make my vocal that is a third higher than the lead vocal, I could say -5, so not quite as deep sounding. Let's listen to that.
Through the mist I feel you waiting.
So by darkening those vocals up using the formants, it actually helps to make them sound a bit more natural. I have a freebie for you today to help celebrate the fact that this channel now has over 1,000 subscribers. I went ahead and made this really convoluted rack that just lets you instantly dial in a choir from your vocals. This choir sound is pretty reminiscent of Imogen Heap or Bon Iver. It includes lower voices, upper voices, and some spicier harmonies to really get that kind of thick, dense choir sound. It is also set up to be scale aware. You can download that free at zwbuckley.com or from the link in the description. So if you want more precise control over what the harmonies are that you are generating with autoshift, then you can use autoshift's built-in MIDI in function. And you do so by just expanding this toggle here within autoshift and turning MIDI on. From there, you select a MIDI track that you want it to listen to. In this case, I created an empty MIDI track that just serves to feed MIDI information into autoshift for this choral harmony. It can do monophonic, meaning a single note, or polyphonic, meaning multiple notes, up to 8 voices. In this case, I have it set to 4 voices. From there, I just need to go into my MIDI track here and then plug in the notes, which I did. Let's listen to that.
Through the mist I feel you waiting. The sky above continues raining. As I approach, you're dissipating into thin air, into thin air.
Now, a cool feature about this technique when using MIDI is that autoshift can receive MPE, or MIDI polyphonic expression. So if I expand this view upwards and go over to the MPE tab, we can see that there are a number of different notes in which I have dialed in pitch modulation, so that these notes move in pitch while other notes remain static, and they can move up and down in pitch independently from one another. This is part of what MPE can do for you. So let's listen to this.
As I approach, you're dissipating into thin air, into thin air.
This adds an extra degree of expression to these MIDI harmonies. And if you dial it in precise enough, can trick the ear into thinking that it's actually another person singing. Autoshift is also great for creating ad-libs or call and response vocals. For example, in this section here, I have a variation of this lead vocal as a response to the main vocal. Let me play both of them so that you can hear what I'm talking about.
Through the mist I feel you waiting. Through the mist I feel you waiting. The sky above continues raining. The sky above continues raining. As I approach, you're dissipating. As I approach, you're dissipating into thin air, into thin air.
So if we take a look at this vocal, I am doing a couple of interesting things in autoshift as well as in the MIDI that is dictating the notes being played. So I am using the MIDI in mode, and I'm using mono in this instance. And if we look at the MIDI clip itself, we can see that I am doing a very similar thing to those MIDI choir harmonies, in that I am pitch bending using MPE to create all of this different movement, which is what gives this MIDI vocal its quality. Let me solo just it so we can hear what we're talking about.
Through the mist I feel you waiting. The sky above continues raining. As I approach, you're dissipating into thin air.
Now, an additional aspect of what makes these ad-libs interesting is how I am leveraging the formant section of autoshift. So first, I am overall shifting the formants down by -14%, which that makes the voice sound darker and deeper without actually lowering the notes further. I'm also taking advantage of the formant follow function, which, if you're unfamiliar with this, it will shift the formants based off of the pitch of the incoming MIDI signal. So the formants will shift higher if the note is higher, or it will shift lower if the note is lower, while still keeping our center where I have the formant control overall. And when we combine all those vocals, we get this really nice sounding choir with a call and response, all from just one single vocal recording.
Through the mist I feel you waiting. Through the mist I feel you waiting. The sky above continues raining. The sky above continues raining. As I approach, you're dissipating. As I approach, you're dissipating into thin air, into thin air.
Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this gives you some inspiration on how you can use autoshift in your own productions. And as I mentioned at the start of this video, you can grab my free InstaChoir rack that takes advantage of autoshift to give you instant choir-like sounds. You can get it at the link in the description. Please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment. I'm working really hard to try to grow this channel to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And I can't thank you all enough for your support and for helping me reach 1,000 subscribers. Till next time.